Hello everyone, hello. It is time for another stream today, and I have remembered to set up my music this time, so it won't just be silence and me talking. I wasn't expecting to do another stream today, back to back. I was going to be taking a break today and doing another one tomorrow. However, I did not expect to get so dragged into this game. We had a pretty great, in my opinion, pretty great 3.5 hour stream yesterday. And since then, uh, well, let's just say yesterday I put in a total of 15 hours into this game, which I was not expecting. And today I've already put about two more in, maybe 2.5. And I was like, all right, I've just got some big stuff going, and like before I really do any more of it, because it's really still bare bones. I gotta start. I gotta stream. We gotta, like, there can't be too big of a gap, you know. I still don't know how much I'm gonna do on stream and off stream and etc. But like, we have some stuff to do today. One of the things that we have to do today, and this should not have changed much. This was our old setup, which is, you know, it's a good setup. It actually funded all of my new stuff. We're gonna go ahead and shut that down for a moment. But today we have a very interesting and very important thing to do, which is tear this down and move to the new location. Basically, after I finished last time, I knew that there were other plots in this game and everything. Like I said, I know some stuff. So I decided that before I set up everything that I wanted here and did, you know, the mining and everything that I wanted to do here, I should probably do it on a plot that's going to have a longer life than the starting plot, which at the time I already kind of had everything going at, you know. I've also adjusted gamma and sounds and everything, so yay. So we're gonna do a couple things here. And then maybe take a few items with us over to the new one. First new one, I guess I should say. It's going to be kind of like, I guess, the main base of operations. I do plan on doing different mining stuff at different locations throughout the map and game and everything. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just sift through this massive bucket of ore. What has been... this game is actually... I'm pretty impressed with this optimization, with how many entities that it's... like, I mean... works different than Minecraft, of course, but basically how many entities it's like keeping track of and rendering. That being said, I fully expect it to... Okay, that was just a save. I fully expect it to freeze here when I do a couple of these sorting things. So we're just gonna see. This is stuff that I've left for a while. Gonna line up. All right, here we go. Yep. Ooh. Alright, there's all of that. Honestly, we may never turn this part on again. This is stuff that it was collecting that I had taken with me just in case I needed it. I don't know why. I think I was going to use it for sorting purposes, but we don't have that set up yet. So we brought it back, and we're just going to pop that into there. Put that there. And then this one is very special. This is the first bucket of items from our new location. Like I said, it's still very bare bones over there. The reason I swapped out that bucket is I know for a fact that this bucket is completely comprised of gems. I know that there may be 1 or 2 pieces of Cloudium in here. So we're gonna pop this one in here. This should be a big difference. You know what, actually, I want to, before we do that, these are the bars that we had prior to this. That's a pretty good bar, $4,000-ish. Iron, that's bigger than I thought it'd be. Oh, but I did dump in the leftover iron that I had with me. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. We're also gonna take these two. I realized after way too long playing that I could actually melt this into a bar. So yeah, that's my bad. Alright, now that we have everything out of there, brand new bucket, we're gonna dump this in here. Here we go. I will be very... See, I knew it. I knew I had some Cloudium. And I didn't want it to be impossible to find, you know? And then those can just go in there. Because this has not been sorted in far too long. Far too long. What was I going to say? I don't remember. Anyway, we're going to see exactly how much... This was a very quick... Like, I did not have that on for long, as you could tell. So I want to see exactly how much I got from just maybe 10 minutes of it being on, maybe. Wow, that is really good. Okay, and what about the gold? Whoops. All right. And now I'm just gonna melt everything down again and pop it into, because there's really no reason not to. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make a... How much money do I have right now? Somewhere does gold bars. I think the stock market at Icehelm does gold bars, right? I have the wiki up here as well. I've been using it as well. There is one at Icehelm. I don't know exactly where it is, but you know what? We'll find it. So I think I'm gonna do that. This I'm gonna take with me immediately. I will probably come back and pick up all of this stuff. We'll just take a few things. The important things. I'm gonna pop that right down there. Actually, how much is this? How much is in here? Oh, I forgot to do this. I missed a few. It's okay. The sorting setup is going to be a bit janky. I may find a better way to do it later on, but that's okay. And once again, this was from a very short amount of time. So that's 164. This one, 28. Not bad. I do want to take this with me, though, because I will need to cut it up and portion it out for power and stuff. Okay, so the most important things to take with me right now are going to be the miner setup, because I can just get those slapped down soon. I'm definitely going to take this with me because, yeah, I should have had that. We're going to take these setups with me. Are they empty? They're not empty. Because I was going to do something with them, I remember. That's going to go there, and you... We're going to try to sell you, so that's going to go there. Scale's going to come with us. We'll probably bring the sorters, even though they're going to be configured much differently at the new place. Ooh. Should probably turn down the autosave frequency again. I'm just kind of paranoid about it. I said that last time. I don't need everything accessible immediately. I just need it to not get like fully buried by other things we do. I don't need this at the moment. I am just going to leave it here for the ease of access of not having to carry it with me. But we'll probably be grabbing it soon. Oh yeah. Right. I remember. We'll just unhook that for now. I almost forgot to bring that with me. These... And when we get back, I'll kind of explain how the sorting process is going to work and stuff like that. You... We're going to grab you just in case. Grab that. Because we can set up a rudimentary gem processing later. Gem processing is coming down the line because I didn't find it as a big necessity, you know. Do that. I'll need the blacksmith hammer. Perfect. I definitely need you. I'm probably going to end up using a different thing for this later on, but, you know, why not? I already have filters set up, and I still need to learn a little bit more about how filters work, but I don't think they're going to help me right now. You know what? Actually, I know it sounds weird. We're going to take one of these. I'm literally just missing one in one of the parts of my build. I could probably use another one of these later. And we'll come back and gather the rest of this stuff. It's just for right now. We're not going to. Actually, those need to be over here. Can't bury that stuff. I need to be able to access it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much. Well, actually, you know what? I can take the toolkits with me since I'm not going to need them over here to repair anymore. This stuff will come back for / don't need right now. Might as well bring this with us and we'll just stick it out of the way. Because, you know, one less thing to take later. We're gonna take you. Just gonna go over there. Might as well take these two. That's all empty, that's all empty, that's good, that's good. Empty. You know what, we're gonna take a couple extra buckets, because why not? I will technically need them for sorting anyway. I will be coming back sooner rather than later, though, just for collecting, honestly, these building pieces I kind of need, but I don't really want to grab them right now. So we're gonna start there. Off the top of my head, I don't think there's anything that I need from over here, pipe-wise. So I think we're okay. So we're gonna, ooh. I wonder if it's a little bit laggy because of how many things are on the actual car. We're gonna head back now. And we're gonna stop by Icehelm. This stock market I've been keeping an eye on. Because I looked up how the different craftable items work. And please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, either in YouTube comments or on the Twitch VOD or anything like that. As far as I know, the way that it works is it adds percentages, like percentages on top of the total depending on the item crafted. So dagger is 10%, axe is 20%, and sword is sword is 30%, and then ring is 10%, and necklace is 20%. So you're better off making swords as far as I've been able to find. And then using like very little metal and making like a necklace with like a really giant gem or something. That is not what I was hoping. I mean, that's great demand. I wish I had processed stuff for it. Let me look up exactly where the gold stock exchange is, or stock market. Oh, okay. Also, that picture, I'm keeping that picture. Someone made a very, very good little... Oh wow, that's actually really old. It doesn't have, that map doesn't have one of the towns. That town doesn't have a stock market anyway, but the gold one's the one down the hill. I thought it was the one up here. I'll have to come and buy some more stuff from them soon. Very pretty building sets in this game. The It took me about eight or so hours, I would say, to build the new thing that I have. The reason it took that long was, is this even worth it? I feel like it'd be more worth it still to turn it into a sword, because this is an extra 4% instead of adding on an extra 30%. However, I don't know if these stock markets affect each other, because I have sold a lot of swords to the sword stock market, and the price has been terrible for forever. So I think even if it gives me a little bit of a loss, I'm still getting more than I would have just selling this at a jeweler. I'm going to sell this to this stock market in the hopes that the sword one will go up because I've done this. And I'm technically still just getting more than the bar is worth normally. So I'm okay with taking a little bit of a loss there to test that. We're not going to be hurting for gold anymore, thank God. So we are located at South Hope now. Really quickly before I get all the way down, I'm going to drop off the grinder on my little materials drop-off point that I don't really need. I started building a house just to chuck some stuff in. This is supposed to be a garage, but I got tired of building for that amount of time then. Now it's just like a materials landing. This house is definitely going to be expanded. It is very small. I just kind of threw everything tool-wise in there for now. And our main area is right over there. It is going to be turned into a massive factory building eventually, but for now it's just kind of a clusterfuck of things. I will talk about it in just a moment. I will need to get these out of the way. These are actually supposed to go in the house, or at least close. They might also not later, so I'm just going to set them in front of it just to get them out of the way. I've so many things over here that are just piled everywhere. It's become a little bit of a hassle, not gonna lie. I just want to be able to get backed up better. So I discovered the rake, and that has very much helped me do underground related things. So I started by digging this hole, and we went all the way down to the second layer because I can't do anything with that yet. I made sure to use these. And then here's what we're working with. We got our drillers over here. This is getting the water pressure back up to max just for this area, right? And then I wanted them to be able to go up pretty fast, so I also included one before they go onto this conveyor belt. But this has been working really well, and I've been very happy with it. We'll be able to add some more onto it as well. So then if you come up here, and again, I used the rake to help me carve all this out because it was just so helpful. If we head up here, this is going to be like the main factory, production, sorting, etc. There's shit everywhere. So I made these a lot easier to see and activate and everything. We're actually going to turn this off briefly. I also haven't locked anything down yet, so it's kind of a pain in the ass. Oh boy. Interesting. This is why I brought the magnet on the stick. Also, it's not a good sign, but it's also a good sign. You know what I mean? What happened? Anyway, so it comes up here. It gets sorted. The interesting thing about the sorters is unless there's a way to, like, mirror them, I'm not able to have it exactly the way I wanted it to. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put each ore... well, actually not that one. Each ore on here to get it to fling to the next. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fit them there. I might change this design around a little bit anyway. It's just, it is going to be a pain in the ass. Just complete pain in the ass. Because I wanted it to come out this way. I didn't want it to go over this way. Because, like, this is where you're going to, like, enter the factory. And then you'll have everything lined up, you know. I don't know why that happened. We're going to go ahead and sleep. Alrighty, we're gonna grab our magnet on a stick, which is why I kept it accessible, because I figured I'd need it. We're just gonna do a little bit of cleanup here. These are much bigger chunks here than they were at the other place, which is nice, because, again, deeper. Technically, I think I was gonna... yeah, whatever. So we'll just get these deposited right in here. And we'll manually... we'll set up like a side sorter while we're getting all the rest of this built. I don't know why those get picked up by magnets. Okay. We're just gonna pull all of you. Whoa. Okay, so note to self, don't move too fast. I wonder if there's a way to upgrade the magnet on the stick. It's okay, we'll drop a couple. Okay, we'll just get the rest. I figure this is kind of a rite of passage for anyone playing Hydroneer at this point, from what I've seen. At some point, you're going to have a giant mess that you have to clean up. I'll be very excited to see how much this stuff's, like, worth made once we get that sorter set up. One thing I do want is a way to realistically, like a secondary shutoff valve specifically for, well, I was going to say specifically for downstairs, but I guess that doesn't really work considering that it goes down there and then it comes up here. Is it full? No. Okay, stuff's still going in there. I was like, I didn't think that could really happen. Here's what we're gonna do. Oh boy, I did not like that. Oh my god. Okay, so we might, yeah, we're gonna have to get this all set up to where it's all automated faster than I thought. So because of the way that everything is set up as well, and again, unless it continues to cause issues, in which case I'll have to completely change it, is we're going to be looking at doing a lot of stuff in reverse. Okay, I think that's everything. And what I mean by that is, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to have all of the materials that are used in crafting and upgrading first. So for example, this one right here, and I may or may not have this on, it seemed to be getting in there fine without it on, but I was paranoid. Maybe we'll just run it and see if it does any weird stuff with it off. So basically, the way that I'm thinking about it, right, this one, this is going to very specifically output core stone, because I know that core stone's like the last upgrade, right? We're going to be getting the least of it, and then it'll be outputting everything else over here, and then they'll come up, and then it'll output cloudium, and then it'll be iron, and then it'll be gold. Oh, sorry, no, this first one, sorry, this first one's not core stone. This is actually the energy shards, so I can get them melted down and have them close to everywhere where I'll need to put them in. And then it's core stone, cloudium, iron, gold. And then it'll loop around, and there'll be a secondary processing area over here, which will be for all of the gems. So you got you got onyx, you got ruby, you got sapphire, and you got emerald. And I don't know if there's any others, but we'll see. So that's kind of how I have it envisioned. So yeah. So this first one, like I said, this first one was going to be... I need to get this out of the way, and I don't want to pick it up again. Okay. This first one, in theory, is going to be core stone. I'm going to look up and see if there's a way to mirror the sorters. Because if I can, that makes my job so much easier. If not, there's a secondary option that I have thought about, which we may do. Oh, hold on. There may be another type of sorter that I may not have understood at all what they were talking about. We're going to head over to Bridgeport really quick. Because that might just save me a lot of trouble. I didn't realize that these would sort, but if they do, that makes a lot of sense actually. And yeah, again, will save so much headache. And it's such a quick drive over here too. So these. Okay. They are, I think. So that would come in and specifically swipe. Yeah, this is the ones we need. We're gonna buy 2.
Take a look at my goods.
We'll come back from, well, let's buy 3. How many should I buy? Let's just, well, I'm not going to use them if they don't actually sort. So I'm still skeptical. We're going to buy 2. We're going to go back and set it up as it was. And see how it's working. As far as I know, I should just put the item in the tray, and I'm guessing it'll sweep it in there or something. But again, that with these, I could actually change the entire system on top, which is not a lot of work, and potentially make it work a lot smoother with a lot less moving parts and a lot less water pressure loss. And I know that eventually I'll be upgrading Cloudium pipes, but it was so expensive per Cloudium pipe that I just could not wait to do that to make the main system. So eventually, basically, we'll just be upgrading this system with those pipes. But in theory, I don't have to have these go up if this is how this works. I will still test it while it's up because I can. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to take you down. That is hilarious. They are so heavy, it just flips it. Okay, we're going to add you. I bought a lot of corks. There we go. So then I would take you. It was the other ones. I needed the other ones. So I need the right splitters. Okay, it's fine. I will still find a use for these. I mean, they are conveyors, you know. We'll make a quick trip back and grab those. Not a huge deal. Like I said, that's why I only bought a couple, just to check. I should have known. I don't know why I didn't think I needed the right splitters. I needed the right turn conveyors. I was just trying to work it out in my head which direction it was going, and my brain was telling me the wrong things. So... Hey bud, I'm back for more. Right splitters. And we'll still only buy 2 in case these don't do what I think they do. Or things have been changed since 2022. I don't know. Alright, head back. Look out. I still haven't gotten into like machines or other cars or anything yet. I plan to make a setup later, like an excavator-ish setup, where I can like dump stuff in from the vehicle to like a processing plant. Probably in the quarry area, because I just think that would be kind of cool. But that'll come much later. Like I said, this is going to be like our main base, our main setup. All right, so we got this one. Pop that onto there, and then let's say, actually, this is going to continue. Okay, this is going to, oh, can I please? I swear to God, the funnels are so annoying sometimes. This is going to come over here anyway, so it's good that I bought 2, because I'm going to have to test with 2. Ah, okay. I was like, I know I have more of these. So I'll just hook this up. We'll just have this separating out just gold temporarily, I think. If that is, again, what it does. I may just be an idiot. So we'll just pop you right there. And then with this, we'll just get one of these. Pop that right there. And this has Cloudium in it. We brought some. I'm going to take some of those. There you are. We're just gonna put you... I honestly don't know where that'll come out. I'm hoping that'll be fine. We probably won't run it for that long. Grab you. This will also kind of help me see water pressure, speed, and whatnot over here. So I don't put anything on there. I'm assuming it'll just keep going, I hope. That looks pretty centered. Probably not, but it looks like it. Okay, let's, I swear to God, I spend so much of this time, like, this game sleeping, or, like, like, the day cycle's so fast. Alright, now that it's morning, let's give this a test. Give me one moment. Alright, I am back. Okay, so yeah, we're ready to test. We'll just flick this on. Should start up the system again, and let's see what happens. Let's see how this behaves. It does! Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. And everything else will continue on, and then it would split off again. Cool. And again, this means we can do this with... Don't know why it's doing that. We're going to stop it before it makes a big mess. I guess it just acts as like a random splitter if it doesn't have anything in there, which is also kind of cool that it has that functionality. We're going to move everything over here. I still think I'm going to do the system setup that I was planning on doing, like the positions for different like things, but it'll be so much more compact now. I'm super happy about that. And less of a chance for everything to get clogged up like it was in that one other one. All right, so we're gonna move stuff out of the way. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so happy about that. We're gonna grab you, and we're gonna actually pull these over here really quick. And then I'm going to probably walk along the line and pull everything off of it using this and just dump it into here. Well, we'll walk around along the line backwards. Also, before I forget, that needs to come off. I do have one singular core stone that I've been saving for a sorting process, and I'm very proud of myself for doing that at this point, because I think it's going to make our lives just so much easier having a core stone. Okay, we're just going to dump stuff off as we get to it, because it's not behaving correctly with the conveyors. God, I hate the funnels sometimes, I swear to God. I'm so happy we won't really have to use them now. Okay. As long as we get it down to these conveyors, like this one right here, that's not going to change. So I'll just plop them right there. And that makes me happy enough for those. Toss you in there. This also makes me worry a lot less about having so many things that need power because of just the sheer amount of stuff we're getting, which I'm very relieved about because that was one of the things I was a little bit worried about. Okay, at this point, I think I can just do it by hand. Because I haven't even weighed these chunks to see how big they are. Let's do that really quick since I'm thinking about it. So let's just random gold. Oh my god, that is so much bigger than what we were getting. We were getting chunks that were like 0.3 to 1.0, like 1.1-ish. I like the biggest one I think I saw was 1.15. So like this is just so much better. That makes me so happy. Okay, yeah, it's time to tear all of this out. Just dump you in there, because I don't know, I don't care. So we're gonna leave this clear. I think the first processing part is, oh my god. Okay, actually, before we do all of that, maybe we should just, like, fix this. So I'm not ripping up flooring and stuff. Where'd I put that hammer? I put that hammer somewhere. I think it's downstairs. Oh, actually, can I reach that? Oh, yes, I can. Remember I said we were missing one? Hammer. There we go. We're gonna just do all of these, because, yeah. I've had to already do so many workarounds. Like, originally I had the pipes just coming in straight to here, but I ended up having to, like, split it off and go down there and then back up and around, just because, like, I wanted to have, like, if the conveyors were going to get slower, I wanted them to get slower in a very specific way, you know? That doesn't need to come off. That doesn't. You know, actually, we're just gonna... This, to be fair, these may move, but just in case, I don't want to fuck with them. For the factory, I'm just gonna use the concrete flooring because it's cheap and it's easy and it looks kind of nice, and yeah. For other buildings and different parts of the factory, we'll use like actual flooring. Okay, I think that is all of the flooring. We'll just set that right there and hope it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, okay. Okay, here we go. We can start the rebuild. What we're going to do is we're going to tear everything off, throw it over here. I may also make it shorter if I don't actually need it to be that long now, which is really exciting. We're actually like just going to be tearing all the parts off. Take you off. I know it's going to be an absolute mess of parts over here, but I'll organize and find stuff as I need to. It's fine. Okay, we are still going to need to have some parts go up to drop down into things like the smelter, stuff like that. What I might do is I know that there's the logic smelters. Where were you hiding? I do know that there are the logic smelters, which are like the eventual upgrade. So, and I know that they're like 2 high instead of 1 high. So when I build this in, I might make room for that. Just because, you know, the hope would be to eventually upgrade to that point, and that way I wouldn't have to like tear everything down at the end of processing again later for when I do need to do that upgrade. It could also just be, you know, completely wrong, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't need this going up anymore. I can take you off, and I can take you off. All right. That goes away. We are officially torn apart, which is fantastic. And now I can start putting stuff back together. So this is going to be a straight pipe followed by a straight conveyor. What that is going to do... And then, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I have this here. So basically, once it gets to this point, once it hits that conveyor, it resets the pressure, which is I thought was pretty nice. First splitter. Right, I need a pipe. First splitter is going to go right here. That is going to go onto an elevated, which means this actually needs to be you. And this first splitter is going to get the honor of being... oh god, okay. Oh no, sorry, the second splitter is going to be get the honor. This one's going to be you. Splitting off all the power gems. Can I just like... I don't need it to be centered. Okay, that's better. And then this is going to go... I do want to make a space in... oh, but then it's more need for stuff. But then it also leaves a room in case I need to change things. I don't know yet. Okay, so this is going to come up... You know what? I've changed my mind. I'm going to do... I know, water pressure. I'm going to do this, and then the first split is going to be here. So that way this leaves space. Don't remember where I had these. Oh, right, they were the pillar to stop things from falling. Okay. Actually, I'm going to cover that up. Anyway. Probably even put some right there. Okay, so we're having that split off. And then you are going to go into... and upwards. And I think I'm going to have to do 2 of these. Which means this needs to be... I also just realized music stopped because, are you still there? Yes. This one is going to be 2 of these. Hopefully that transition doesn't cause any issues. which I'm getting nervous about. It shouldn't. I wouldn't see why. Right? So right now, we're going to have this. But eventually that's going to change to be too high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan for that to be right there. And in theory, we should just need one more higher conveyor. And that should be good. We're just going to do that and put a cork. Technically, water pressure would only change this way. Water pressure this way would stay the same because it branches off, right? Water pressure kind of confuses me, but I think that's how it would work, which means that I could bump this out one. Which I may do. Just because I don't want this weird, like, I don't want it to be like, oh god, I have to switch and do something else and help, and then not work, you know? Oop. So we're gonna pull that out. We're gonna do a straight. This is gonna be a normal conveyor, wherever one of those is. I don't even think we need to do centering conveyors here. I'll just take that hook off. What we'll do actually is we'll put a center right there. So everything will just be centered going forward. Because I think there was supposed to be one there anyway. That there. And then we'll just rebuild my little tower. Oh, whoops. I forgot I need to do the other piece, otherwise it won't snap on properly. There. Then it starts the climb, and then it goes up again. And I think this one I accidentally took with a piece of... Oh, okay, I dragged it out of it. I always forget which rotation key it is. That's funny. Some of the collision stuff that happens in this game is very strange to me. Oh, I probably had it placed the wrong way anyway. Okay, and then this can go on here. And then that should drop straight down. Just in case, in the meantime, since I don't actually need access to that, we're just going to do that. And that's going to guarantee that everything goes in there. It looks a little bit weird, but I don't think I care. So... we're definitely going to expand this out at least to here, if not farther at this point. But yeah, this is good. I'm very happy with this. And then what I'm going to do is... Where did I put... I think they're all over here. Yep, straight pipes. I'm going to have you... This is a right. This should be a left. I'm gonna put the lefts like over here, just so I know that they're there. But I know that they're ones that I shouldn't use right now. So here's a right, and then that one gets the honor of becoming. Oh, I don't know why I grabbed that. We're just gonna throw that down the pit, because why not? I know I'm gonna be annoyed that I did that when I have to go down there later to pick it out, but whatever. That's Cloudium. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be the honor of being the core stone separator. And for now, honestly, I might just have this going into a bucket. Oh my god, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Okay. Oh, whoops, no. And also, I don't think... Oh, Jesus. Okay, there we go. I think I'm actually just gonna put a bucket at the end of here. for now, because it's not like we can even use core stone. It's just kind of there to sort out. There we go. And then the next one will be Cloudium. I did not want to get in there. I keep hitting the wrong buttons for dropping stuff. I don't know why I keep hitting tab. It's gonna be a nightmare when I go to something else. Straight conveyor. And now we're gonna have to go and buy some stuff anyway. Technically, I could have them going like one after the other into each other, and that would make it a lot more compact, which would save half water pressure. Which maybe I should do. Because like, if I'm splitting it up, if it's like minus 3% each time, right? This is... oh. Can I put you here? Okay, hold on. Let me get it oriented the right direction. Or... there we go. Yep, that works. Okay, I'm cool with that. So that was just to make space for that. But like, okay, so let's say like starting right here, right? This would be, there's going to be 5 things that are going to sort out to smelt. So it's going to be, my brain doesn't want to work today, so I'm just going to use a calculator because I couldn't care. 3 times 5, 15. So it'd be minus 30%. Because it would be an extra 10 instead of a minus 15%. But keeping them spaced gives in my opinion, keeping them spaced probably gives a less chance for things to jam up or get stuck together or do weird shit. So I may just still roll with it and hope for the best. Yeah, and then I'm gonna, before I go into the like the circle into the gem part, which actually I might not even do. I might just continue it on here. There will be another conveyor like speed thing. But we could put them next to each other. We really could. Do you think it'll be that much of a problem? I'm gonna have them separated. I know. But also, once we get Cloudium pipes, it won't really matter that much. These are just kind of useless to me now. One thing I will do, though. I will take that. This will get the honor of being the Cloudium ore used, since it was already going to be used for sorting. Oh, autosave, cool. Okay, so I need... as my brain just dies, 3 more sorters, and then I'm gonna need another 4. I think. Right? Yeah. We'll just do 3 more. I'll figure the rest out after. Just because I want to make sure that I have money to buy other conveyors or other things if I need to. Also, before we leave... that stuff will have to go down there anyway. Might buy some more large cement slabs so we can expand it and make it more of a nice area to walk. Alrighty.
Find better prices
It's the
than
right
these.
one I need. And 3. I know I'm gonna take one more of these. I know it's expensive, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna route everything through a gem polisher hook and then sort out the gems. Potentially. I'm not sure. I need to test it first. We're also just gonna grab some more straight conveyors because I don't think I have enough. How much do I have? 5,000? Okay. We'll load these and then do more. Because yeah, I should, at least for the moment, I should have enough upward conveyors, lifting conveyors, vertical, whatever. I just don't want to run out of these and be annoyed. I'm so happy that that's how these splitter conveyors work. I don't know why I didn't realize the tray on top was supposed to be sorting. That's just, it's amazing. Okay, and how much is your bed? Yeah, okay. We're gonna take a bed. I'm gonna take the cot back with me to the,
Thanks for your business.
when I go back to the other area. Maybe a safe as well. Nope. Bed, yes. Safe, no. Just delete that. Then I'll buy a bunch of floor. There we go. These are a pain to buy. I hate buying these. I get annoyed with them very fast. I try to get my truck as close as possible. Mostly because things in the buy area don't... They have to... They still take up physical space, unlike things in the truck. I think that if there was going to be any more updates to this game, making it to where these will stack inside of each other in the buy square would just be amazing. Like, that would probably be, like, the best update ever. I know they've had issues in the past with people being able to steal stuff, though. I've seen Let's Game It Out and stuff like that, so... I know that it's probably something to do with that, because it just kind of seems like a no-brainer. Should probably buy some more funnels, too. Okay, we're gonna do... either 1 or 2 more rounds of these. Let's see, it's supposed to be 12. Maybe I'll just get 16. I found a decent system for getting these in, though. You know what? If that wants to stand up, it can stand up. I kind of wish that the ships in the corners weren't there, but it's also not major. Okay. And I think we're gonna look at how much do these cost. We're gonna buy a couple more of these. We'll just do like 3. We'll have to make another... We'll have to get like a sorting system for at least the basic ingredients up and going pretty quick. Which I may just reset things up for doing that very quickly once I go back. Just so that we can get some money. Like, honestly, if I could just set up the first sorter to just give me gold and then have everything else go into a pot for a second, like, that's fine. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand it out to here. I think that's going to be the, at least the like the inner wall, outer wall. I don't really know how to classify it. Which means that everything needs to come out at least that far. Because I don't want it to get in my way. At least for over here. So this one is going to be right here. Yeah, so I'll just briefly set that up for gold. And then I'll have that, and then the rest will go into a bucket, I guess. Just temporarily. We're gonna do... Oop, nope, I don't want to lose that. We have, now this is actually a special announcement that probably most people either won't know or yeah, just won't know, I guess. We actually only have 4 more days until the launch of a game that I have been, well, the alpha launch of a game that I have been extremely excited about, and am planning on streaming quite a bit, called Autonomica. For anyone who doesn't know about it, it is a bunch of games that are just completely mixed together in the most beautiful, elegant way possible, and I, like, hats off to the devs. Everything I've seen of any of their work has just been breathtaking. I'm in the Discord, and I regularly see them show off how things look, systems they make, like art of planned features and areas and stuff. Everything's immaculate. It's fantastic. So much so that during their Kickstarter earlier this year, I ended up pledging a pretty large sum to them, and because of that, me and 3 others actually have access to Autonomica from day 1 alpha until launch and beyond already, which is why I'm going to be streaming it as long as there is no NDA present, stuff like that. I don't know. I would have to find out. But yeah, as long as it's not breaking the rules, plan on stuff from that. If not, I will have to wait until they say I can. But I'm very, very excited. The other people who will be joining my my endeavors in that are going to be Firestar, Luke, and Laughing. As well as there are some people from the Minecraft server that have actually gotten bundles as well. I'm pretty sure Ben, Winter, Ash, Clum, I think one of Winter's brothers will be playing on Alpha Launch as well. So I think that's pretty awesome. Unfortunately, it's a little bit sad, but completely understandable. I'm not upset at all. There will not be any multiplayer planned for early alpha, which, again, completely understandable. But as soon as multiplayer is coming to alpha, we will be, we'll be playing together. But we still may just, like, hang out and call while we're playing it, depending. But yes, very, very excited. Aside from Hightail, which I am incredibly happy to hear the news that it is probably going to be back soon. Well, you know, that we may be getting it, and also, you know what I mean. Just news about that. Aside from getting news about that soon, probably, if Simon is able to, in fact, close the deal. This is probably my most anticipated game release, potentially ever, with Autonomica. Everything, again, everything I've seen from the devs are just, it's fantastic. Anyway, that's enough talking about future stuff, though. I just figured while I was building, why not mention it? Alright, time to check a few funnels there. And was there another funnel over here? I thought there might have been. Ah, there's one. We're gonna do one more. Really quickly. We'll just shove a cork in there because that sound really annoys me. And use that at the end here to put everything in this bucket. In theory, I'm hoping that will catch everything. Maybe I'll put it a little bit farther out. I don't expect it to have a lot of speed, but I think that'll go straight in. So that'll catch that, that'll catch that, this will catch gold. And I might just leave these buckets alone. I'm gonna turn on the power, and we're gonna see how everything works. Watch it break immediately, because none of these are repaired. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Where? Oh, duh. I'm stupid. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop the system. Did I accidentally put Cloudium there? I did. I'm dumb. It looks so similar, you know? Right. Just get on back here. Oh, lag. Ah, there we go. Come on. Oh my god. Guys. I also have to remember it's not to my cursor, it's to the, Why? I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh my god. Like, I'm not ready to lock these down yet, just in case I have to modify things, but oh, it frustrates me. Okay. This is gold. Yes. There we go. This should work now. There we go. So this should split off all the gold. Yep. And that should start getting melted down. And then it'll also split off all the power crystals. I'm gonna pour this immediately out into an ingot because I want to see how much just that little amount was. It's enough to be big. 60? Oh my god, dude, this is amazing. This is immaculate. Oh, I'm so happy. And I honestly might just kind of leave this running for a bit while I make the other stuff. Because I can. And we need money. Do I have... I do. I may try something dumb. Also, that's really funny that it broke right there. I will be making an auto repair system for this, as they recommend one on the wiki. I've seen how to do it from them. So I'm very grateful that they explained that, because, yeah, that was not something I would have initially thought about. So anyway, here's what I'm going to do that I think is kind of dumb, but also I'm excited to see the game crash. We're going to take you, put you there. I think people could probably see where this is going. We're going to take this one, put it there. Doesn't matter, I just need to be able to climb onto it. Not like that, but sure. Okay, we're gonna do this first. See how it goes, because this is the not full one. And before we do anything, we're just gonna do that. Okay. Here we go. You know what? Pretty good. Pretty dang good. God, those conveyor centralizers are just amazing. And these are going straight in, yeah, okay. Cool. Now to try the problem bucket. You know, the one we keep picking up and freezing everything. We're gonna save again. Oh. Oh, frames are bad. Okay. Here we go. Oh, please. I'm just holding click. I don't want the bucket to turn. Oh! Oh my god. Oh, everything's frozen. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Oh, it's having trouble. Oh boy. It's having a little bit of trouble. But as you can see, it is still working, technically. Please, dear God, nothing break right now. Also, that is so much gold. Holy shit. Okay, here we go. It's all starting to go up. Oh my god, it's frozen again. Nope, it's fine. Oh my god! Look at the amount of power crystals! Hold on. Pour that out. I want to see. Okay, I'm gonna wait for a second. Okay, all of that should have been... I'll clean this up in a second. I'm so happy I put conveyor centralizers on these things. We're gonna have that issue again with this bucket, but that's a problem for a later date. You know what I mean? Anyway, that was all of that. So what we had in there before was this, which was 36. Just go ahead and pop that back on there so it can get remelted. This was all of that was in that bucket. 179. That is almost the entire amount that I had from my entire mining operation over there when I realized I could smelt it into bars. In fact, I think it might be over. Did I put the gold back in the... Okay, you know what? We're going to clean this up because I need to make sure that we're not having any unnecessary ores clinging around. You know what I mean? Just going to go ahead and throw that on here. This is difficult, but I'm going to try to drop it down that funnel. Just because I don't want to pick up the others. Good. Honestly, with how little there are, I'm just going to do that by hand. We're getting a lot of that. That's awesome. I can't even imagine what the second layer of dirt's going to have for us. Okay. Let's see how much gold we got. Holy shit. That is the biggest number I've seen in my entire life. I'm not kidding, but I'm kidding, but in this game, yes, that is insane. We're set. We're set for money. We can just go crazy now. Honestly, I'm gonna keep this separated for now. We're just gonna. I don't have anything to do with that yet, but I will soon. Yeah, so we're gonna turn this off again. Excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna reset the system. Which means put everything back over here and be very careful not to pick up the conveyors. Because I would say that even if we were to just go and sell that gold bar just itself, we're good. I think we're good. You know, I think we're fine. This is not going to be for gold anymore. I'm going to change this back to being for shards again. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to take you, put you there. That is going to indeed continue to be... I don't know why I'm getting so specific about this. It's probably fine. Okay, there we go. That's going to continue to be for core stone. We're just going to drop stuff here because it's probably fine. Just going to toss it there. Toss you there. Yep, I figured that was going to happen. Alright, this is the new problem bucket that we'll deal with later. I see some Cloudium in there. We'll probably make a input dump shoot something later. Actually, what I want to see... I'm assuming that will still move. Might just do that. I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. I do technically need these. So this, pour all that out. I'm gonna pour all that out. This is actually technically gonna go in here. And then this is gonna be Cloudium. I'm very happy I saw that. Didn't I save a piece of Cloudium somewhere? Yep, you. Boom. Alright, Cloudium. That is all set up. This is probably... Oh, no, yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, I'll just have it set up like that. I mean, I guess we take our gold bar, And we take a little trip to check on some things. Most specifically, which by the way, funny enough, I can afford the other smelters now. But we're gonna take a little trip to check the stock markets to see what I should do with this gold bar. And then once we have that, we can buy some smelters to finish the smelter line. So yeah. How's this stock market doing? Not great. 99.6. All right, cool. Not gonna sell there. It's probably not even worth it anyway. It'd be more worth it to make it into a sword and just sell it to a jeweler at this point. Alright. Ooh. What are you? What are you? What are you? We're making it into a sword right now. I have to be so fast. I don't know when these reset or when they change, but that is 1.8. That's an extra 8% on top of stuff. So it'd be like what, 38% on top of what this gold bar was already worth, which is like 40,000. So I'm just gonna like go as fast as I can. Oh, actually, you know what? I just realized something. We can't even do it there. We're gonna have to go over here, which I think will be quicker anyway. Because I forgot to bring a furnace with me. Funny enough. So I'll just grab a furnace while I'm over here. We still need to come back for the rest of this stuff too, but that's a lower priority now. Please tell me. Oh, yes. Get the hammer. Pop you there. That's heating up. Fantastic. And saw. Pop. Pop. Throw you back in there before I just completely forget about it and drive off. One, two, three. That needs to be heated some more. Boom. All right. This has over 2,000 gold bars in it. Cool. Well, I am extremely happy with how this has turned out, and in theory, we won't need money for a while. I can't even, like, we're not even at tier 2 dirt, we're still at tier 1. Oh, I'm so happy. Boom. Okay. Well, we are now set for a while. Sorry, I had to screenshot to my things. Annoy people. We're now set for a while. So I need 3 more smelters. Or should I just upgrade to the... Nah, I'm not going to upgrade to the logic smelters yet, because I'm not. That would have to do logic-based stuff. And I'll do that later. I'm assuming with the keypad, we're going to swing by the logic shop. No, I don't care enough. We're just going to get the smelters. It's fine. I'll do logic upgrades later. But I'm assuming with the keypad, I could help to make a specific, like, unit of bar, you know? Hey, I can buy your entire shop now. Hey, we can upgrade the Cloudium pipes. Alright, 3 of these. These used to be expensive. And you know, while we're here, we're gonna get 3 of these. I will actually be going up to the logic shop, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, okay, 3 of those. Oh wow, $6,000, so expensive.
You won't find better prices than these.
It's probably true. Considering you're like the only shop I ever go to. Because we're gonna need gem compressors anyway, and what I think I'm gonna do, hopefully it doesn't lag or cause issues, is I'm pretty sure I saw a logic thing. You know, we're gonna buy some tool bags. I'm pretty sure I saw a logic thing that stated something along the lines of produces a signal like once every second or something like that, and I'm just gonna hook them up to those. With if there's like maybe a switch, I could like put that in between. Eventually, this truck will get unloaded. Eventually. This is a fantastic game. Like I'm enjoying this so much more than I ever thought I would. Oh yeah, Logic Shop. Okay. So in theory, this probably could be used, like in my understanding of how this works, right? This is logic input to create a bar. Based off of this, my guess is you have it smelting, right? And then you could input on the keypad like I want a bar worth 200, you know? And then hit go, and then that would give that, maybe? This is the one that I want. The other would be like the buttons. But I kind of want it constantly compressing any of the gems that fall into it.
Can be all sorts of colours, R, G, and B.
In theory, couldn't I hook this up to? Is there like a display? Yeah. You. If I get 5 of you, I could just be wasting money right now, but hey, guess what? I don't care. This is a hook, so I will need regular logic wire. 4, 5. So these are going to be pointed at the smelter. Can I point it at it from behind? I don't think I have room. We're going to buy... that's not what I wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I'm gonna need
Ooh.
That's cool.
Apply a little logic, and anything's possible.
Then I'm gonna need 4 of these. 2, 3, 4. Cool. Okay, we're gonna back the truck in because, you know. And it's gonna be a nightmare to dig these out, I'm already aware. This is just something I want to set up after I get everything set up. So, the interesting thing too is technically I could hook up there's a counter this one hooked up to these with a specific there's one that I saw, I don't remember where it is, but basically, in theory, I could probably hook that up to be like, hey, when this bar reaches the weight of 300, smelt it, type of a thing, but yeah. I love how the frame rate just continues to just lower in this game. And it's like, it's not even the game's fault. It's honestly just the person's fault. I respect that, you know? Okay, that should be everything. I have my money. Yes, cool. Okay. Ugh. Oh, God, it hates how many things I have on this fucking car. I am down to 20 FPS. That is hilarious. Can I drive through here somewhere? Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, I'm lazy. I don't want to go around. Sorry. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Okay, fucking tree. Alright, ramp it. Ah! Alright, we're good. And we're home. Okay. Swing it around. Perfect. Alright, so, crucibles. Splitters. Crucible. Splitter. Crucible. Okay. First things first, I'm gonna redo this part. Okay. Did I buy funnels? I should have probably bought more funnels. It's fine, whatever. So you're gonna pop out. And how are we having this set up? Bends. We're using bends. Where did I put those? Those over here? Those are over here. Buttons. There we go. This is, you know, it's been a long road, and I did enjoy all of my time to get to this point. But oh my God, I swear some of this was just so crazily frustrating. But again, worth it. 100% worth it. How'd that go in there? And now we can get our two, we're gonna use this one and those two. There, and there. You get to go right here. Hop. Oh, it's so finicky sometimes. Why is it so finicky? Okay. Is that? Nope. Why? Just place, thank you. Alright. That goes there, that goes there. These... Fuck. Help! These three are now set up. We're gonna place this one here. Wonder if there's signs you can write on. Probably. Or actually, I probably don't even need signs. I could probably just use the display things if I forget. I probably won't forget, though. Okay, and that's the end of our line right there. This one goes here. We're gonna take that off just for now. We'll put it back on somewhere else. This one is going to be iron. These are both straight, yeah, okay. And then we're gonna cork this for now. I will add the gem stuff on very shortly, if not immediately. But for now, it's just gonna go into a bucket at the end. Very briefly. Very, very briefly. Because I'm probably gonna have to pull this... there's gonna have to be a conveyor. You know what? We're just gonna do it. Nope. These are... Okay, these are all verticals. So there's gonna have to be another straight. No, not straight. Curved. I thought I pulled that out. That's gonna go here. We're gonna need this. And then this is always a trick. There we go. It's actually funny, that's what this was for. But I don't think it matters now because of the way we did it. Because I was expecting to have a lot more going on here. So that goes out there. And then we're going to have 2 turns. Whoa, lag. There and there. And this is going to be another turn, and then I need a straight pipe. And if anyone is wondering, by the way, this is the Shapez OST, another fantastic factory automation game. And I have gotten permission from the creator to use it. What is their name? They're fantastic. You should definitely check them out. It's Peppsen. All of the OST from Shapez is made by the creator Peppsen. I do not own any of this. Just a disclaimer. I'll put it in the description and everything too. But definitely go check it out. It's fantastic. I've had a lot of good times listening to this this soundtrack. It's just so chill. I listened to the Shapez 2 soundtrack as well. I just didn't have a playlist that put them both together, and I didn't feel like setting one up before the stream, so that'll be coming later. There. there's my bed. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. And I am going to BRB, and then we'll come back and we'll finish this system off. Alrighty, I am back. We're gonna go ahead and save, and let's get back to it. I do need a gold chunk. Pop right on here. Cool. Okay, this one right here, I think I'm gonna put this on. I think? Maybe? I don't think there will be anything coming through here at this point that isn't a gem. If I am wrong, apologies. I guess I could just put it after the splitters. I'll just buy more. I just in case there's something that comes through here that is potentially not just a gem. Like, I know that there are relics, but I don't know how those work. Again, I've seen videos. So this actually won't be here. This will be the next one over. Actually, this one we're going to do a little bit different. This one's actually going to be very condensed, as it's just going to be these. Where's the water? We want the water to be here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a couple of the mergers, these things. And we're gonna use those in tandem with that. Because I don't need these split up a lot, you know? And then, like, for example, we'll have this here after the next splitter. And then we'll just put that there to ensure that all of the gems make it inside. Which I don't... Do we even need that? I'm going to, because why not? It's really my only reason right now is why not. And then that'll be a gem polisher hook. Yeah. Okay, and then that'll just continue. The next one will be another one of these. And another one of those. Then this will be the final one. Yeah. I need to grab some more straight. pipes. Straight. Straight. Do I have just enough? I might need these somewhere else too. Do I? I might have had just enough. If so, that is hilarious to me. Oh yeah, we're gonna need to set that up. Just put that there. We'll just put this here. I do still need 4 sorters and 3 gem polishers. Wait, I don't need these anymore. Well, no, actually, yeah. And I do need... do we have any more funnels? Did we buy any more? We do need them split apart. I'm dumb. Because they have to be able to use logic. Okay. This is not a problem. However, I do need more straight pipes. Because this has to be replaced with a straight pipe. This has to be replaced with a straight pipe. That's how it'll have to be. So then this one goes here. Nope. There. This next one goes here. Oh, we did get more. And this next one goes here. Cool. And then, yeah, that'll be the gem section. And honestly, I absolutely love where this entire thing finished. Like, that I'm good with that. I'll just fill this in. We might do, like, an extra layer out here. Maybe with, like, a little jut out for that. But this'll be, like, the main factory, you know? This will be where stuff comes in to get processed and smelted down and everything. So we need 2 more funnels. I don't think we have 2. Oh, well, we have 1. I think that might have been the end of the funnels, though. And I'll come and load up the truck with random stuff when I need to. So each of these, right, I wanted to... I may not have a way to unless I pull these out 1 more. Which I'm okay doing, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I guess I could also do it like this. Or I could bury it. I just wanted proof of concept, though. Is there a cap? I didn't even look for, like, a logic cap. I'm so happy to be done with those sorters, because those were pissing me off. I was like, man, are these the only sorters available? I'm stupid. Yeah, there we go. So there, in theory, should be 450 units right here. Yep, 450.94. It doesn't do the little bits, but that's okay. This is, in theory, how it'll be, but I'll have it potentially capped, if that is a thing. I'm gonna drop you guys right here. I think that's really cool. I'm excited to see all the things that I can do with logic stuff. If I attach you right here. Can I stop it? Nope. That's okay though. I don't think it'll be an issue to have those running. I didn't realize it was like a metronome. I think that's kind of neat. Oh, that's the lever. I don't need that. That's from the old one. I could, in theory, also have it reading from below. But, that's not something I'm really going to worry about right now. I'm going to move that just for a second. I knew I had more of these. Which I just may not end up using. I'm going to, later on, once we have everything set up, and we know that we like certain things, not going to use other things, I will be going through and doing a mass demolition at the, like, turning it into scrap and selling the scrap. Just to, like, get rid of things, to be honest. This is one of them. This way, in theory, it'll just, it'll pause it so that the gems that are trying to go in can go in. But it will keep, like, condensing, you know, constantly. Maybe I bought too many of these. That's not true. I'm gonna use all of them, but like at once, you know. Planning on making this an actually nice looking building though too, which I'm very excited about. At least as much as I can do. I can't go super detailed like I would in Minecraft, but that's okay. Okay, let's take this over here. This is the troublesome bucket, which I'm gonna put right here. This is empty. That just has a piece of iron in it, which is gonna go into the trouble. No, it's gonna go on here. Here's an extra piece, which, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, everything else has it, so I can just go ahead and throw that in here. Take you. I'm gonna try to stack all these in the corner, out of the way. They do kind of stack, and I kind of like that. What's in here? These are gems. These are gonna go on the conveyor belt down here. So I'm gonna put this, like, right here. This is... I think this is all Cloudium. But I'm not sure. So we're just gonna dump it right there. It'll get sorted. That one's empty. I guess we'll start another stack because that one's tipping. This one has 2 gems. Technically, I actually know where these are gonna go. These are gonna go here. And these are gonna go here. Okay. Is the truck pretty much unloaded now? No. That's impressive. This needs to stay like right there. And I'm gonna take stuff like this out again. This goes over here. Yeah, I think the truck is officially emptied. That's kind of cool. Okay. So we need... I'm gonna get 2 more funnels. I'm gonna get... Oh, sorry. Here. Okay. I'm gonna get 2 more funnels. We're gonna get 4 more right turn conveyors. I'm gonna write this down. Funnels, 4 right splitters. 1, 2, 3. 3 more of those. What are these called? Merger hooks. Because I'm going to have them on there, because why not? 3 more merger hooks. 3. Really quickly, before we do all that writing down and everything, I'm just going to go ahead and finish hooking these up. Because this I should have everything for. Okay, there we go. Come on. Okay, all of those have plugs. Go. And now we'll just do 1 here, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 here. These look fully functional and operational. We need 3 more gem polishers. 3 pipes. 3 straight pipes. Doesn't really matter. I'm probably gonna take these off and replace that. Let's just grab 3 more levers, or maybe 4 buttons. Do I have enough normal conveyors for this? No. Okay, so hold on. So those 4 are going to be the turns. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to need one more. One more conveyor. Yeah. Yeah, because, like, these constantly going, it's kind of cool, but it's also just a little bit annoying. And I don't know if, when it's all hooked up, if they'll actually be able to, like, I'll actually be able to get the things out of them, which is important. So we'll put these over here. There's probably a way to do it based off of when it detects items passing into it. But I'll figure that out. I'm not gonna do a ton of like this is essentially the final step to the entire rest of the game opening up for us. So yeah. Might buy more flooring. Okay, let's grab my list, because I already closed it by accident. Okay, we need 3 of these. 3 of these, which again I may or may not use. 1 of these, and 4 of these. Which totals out to $5,000. Oh no. Okay, so I got 4 splitters, 3 merger hooks, 3 gem polisher. Merger hooks. Yes, gem polisher hooks. And I got the conveyor. I still need the 3 funnels, 3 pipes, which we'll have to run over there for. 4 buttons. Whoops, I think I forgot my money.
Hey there.
3 funnels.
Don't mind me. I'm just mooching about.
Anything else right now? No. Okay.
Come have a gander.
And since we're out and about, we'll grab some more of these so we can lay down some more foundations.
you look at my goods?
Oh, yeah, duh. I also want to buy a tool rack. See how that works. Come on. Okay. God, I hate buying these. Okay. Time to head over and get some pipes. And then on the way back, we'll check stock prices and see how it's doing. Not that I guess I don't really need to, but we will anyway. And then once this is all up and running, I'll probably, like, once it's actually going, so just, you know, waiting for stuff to happen, I'll probably make a run back here and just dismantle everything. Maybe eventually we'll put a nice house over here or something, I don't know. Maybe like a fishing spot. It's gonna be a pretty good fishing spot. Unless there's like different stuff in different places. I forgot to get the buttons too. I'll have to go back and get that. It's okay, it's not like it's a big deal. Also, there may be these pipes closer. I'm not sure, but this is where I know that they are, so this is where I'm going. And I'll buy a couple extra just to have. Nah, actually no, I won't, because we're probably going to be upgrading soon anyway. It'll just be another thing to scrap. Oh, dang. Actually, I just realized. Haha! I still can grab it. Let's go. The reason I brought this is I was going to put it back over here. Still have that hanging out there.
Come have a gander.
Okay. Once again, I don't think I need anything else here. Yeah, should be good. Alrighty. Well, actually, can I buy one more tool rack? Because if I like these tool rack, oh, I hate it. If I like these tool racks, what I'm gonna want to do with them is have one for like my base building tools and one for like my working tools, like, you know, the chisel and the saw and hammer. Okay, and now we'll head, and we'll take the long way around. We'll take a look at the stock prices. I'm assuming they've tanked considering how much I just spent. Next time, maybe we'll walk back and grab the bike or the four-wheeler. Oh, no, still seeing green. 106. Not bad. That's interesting how deep you can get in there. Alrighty, what do you got over here? 100.3. Wow, what a deal. What a deal. Interesting. I didn't realize there was, that's cool. That's cool. I like that.
Make sure you read the description of every item.
Oh,
I'm
actually,
not
this is...
responsible for any damage.
Shush, but thank you. This is actually probably what I need to make those work automatically. As I could
My
set
lads work
this...
great for underground farms.
Dude. As I could set, like, have this, you know, reading the contents, and then once the contents hit... Well, no, it'd probably be something more like this. Yeah, it probably would be this, but it's just more complicated. You know, actually, that might be something that would work. I don't know, I'll figure it out. It's pretty funny. Yeah. Alright, in the meantime, we're just gonna buy some buttons. Nope. Just delete that. Okay. Put that in there. There. Cool. Alright, we should have everything on the list. I'm not gonna take the shortcut this time, because, you know. Sorry, buddy. Enjoy your time in the scrapyard. That was a pretty good shot. Righty. Well, that's all good. Let's go ahead and bump this out just a little bit, because why not? Then this is actually, I do know that I was going to replace these. I'll probably do a walkway over there later. Do I have any more of those to use? Nope, thank God. Alright, let's do that there. There. And then we'll do the other tool rack, like, over here. And we'll put, like, the constructor and a hammer in and stuff like that. Alright, we'll have to use this soon. A lot. We're gonna move you right there. Move you right there. Move you there. Perfect. Just realized technically I could have just used a conveyor merger, but I also kind of want to have this exit into a bucket. Just in case there's like something else that I can mine that I just don't know about. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. And then this. So emerald is going to be this one. Ruby is going to be this one. Sapphire is going to be that one. And that's good enough to get us started. Onyx, since they're so rare, at least in the stuff that I have, I'm going to have to wait until we actually get one to pop up. This goes here. And this actually goes here. That's where we'll dump that into. And we'll make sure that that's not going to get in the way of things. Slap these on. Are these going to open? No. They'll open in a minute. Okay, we got the 3 pipes. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. And we got the conveyor mergers. Which again, I don't think we actually need, but we'll do it because it's kind of cool. Boom. Okay, and then we got these. And again, I might have just been able to polish and then sort, but I don't want to risk it, it's fine. And that is everything. It is, in theory, completely hooked up. We'll just go through really quick. We got the power crystals, core stone, cloudium, iron, gold. And then we got emerald, sapphire, ruby, and onyx. Yeah. I think we're ready to hit the power button. Although actually first I'm going to do this. No, we'll do that while it's running. We'll make it fun. Alright. I mean, let's double check these to make sure it's not just going to break on us immediately. 34 is pretty low. Oh, 8. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, we'll fix the 8 and the 34. I think that was 34. 100, 100, 61. Yep, okay, cool. It's not gonna break immediately. Okay, let's sleep. I do want to take these two just because I can and put them in here. I don't know where I want this. Probably not anywhere. Also, I don't know why that's there. These we'll put in later. What I'm probably going to do is turn this into a T and then hollow this part out and then put them on this side. So that's fine. We'll just take you up there. I don't think I'll ever need you, but why not? Just drop that there. Okay. We're just going to take all of the resources that I had out of it. That way we can get a accurate representation of everything. Nothing in there, no. Nope. Nope. And nope. Okay. And we'll be replacing these to the logic smelters extremely quickly, if I'm not mistaken, so... Yeah, Alright, enough stalling. Let's do it. Turn the lever. Now. Oh yeah, stuff can pass through there, no problem. First gems going up. And right into the smelter. No core stone expected. This Cloudium should make a turn. Yep. Okay, and these are going up. Fantastic. And just about to hit the gold. Fantastic. First one coming through. Boom. Maybe I do need levers on these, because I don't want them to go all the time. So far, it is working beautifully. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, well, it's time to potentially lag out everything as I dump this into this funnel. Here we go. God, that's a lot of emeralds. A lot of sapphires. Here's the onyx we need. A lot of rubies. And... a lot of onyxes. Let's go. Alright. This one gets to join its brothers in the pile. And now we get to do you! Here we go. I'm gonna do it like right there. Could have been a mistake. Probably should have done it more centered, but I kind of wanted it to hit the side and spread out a little bit. Yep, that's gonna lag for a fucking minute. That actually worked pretty well. I don't know if we lost anything off of that conveyor. Alright, this will be the last time, in theory, unless something weird happens, that it lags like this. And I'm gonna sit here and watch. I'm curious. Some Cloudium got split off, which is nice. A big chunk of it should get split off here. That's such a massive chunk. Oh, there's the lag cleared up. See how many emeralds we have. Oh, hell yeah, 200. 200 weight. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting issue that I didn't see happening. Probably was just because of the amount. Yeah, I don't see any other issues. We have done it. I consider this incredibly successful. I'm very pleased. And let's see. Now that everything's sorted, right? We've gotten the big chunks of ore done. Let's shut it off very briefly. Nothing core stone. I might not even be able to get to core stone. Alright, gold. Let's see how much gold we got. Almost 300 gold already. Iron. Let's see how much iron we got. That was a big chunk. No fucking way. That is insane. Holy shit. Okay, well I can make all the fucking iron drills and shit that I want. Let's check out the Cloudium. I've never looked at my Cloudium. 82! That's pretty good. I don't remember how much the Cloudium stuff costs, but that's pretty dang good. And then energy. 48 so far. Not a ton. However, what was the other one that we had? 450. Yeah, okay. Not a ton. What we're going to do actually with this is we're going to go like that. And we're going to go and deposit these really quickly. You get in there. Around, so we just don't have to worry about this. Because this is something that's always on my mind and making me paranoid. So we're going to put one in here. In theory, these should run for a long time now, because each one of these is 112. We dump one in here. And then we dump one, and I'm honestly not even feeling the need right now, at least, to change the, I already did that one, yeah. To change the other stuff. Like, change these out to Cloudium pipes. Like, I'll do it later, you know? I honestly think just the next upgrades, and I guess we don't need this anymore. The next upgrades for the system are just straight up, adding a bunch more drills, because I can. Why not, you know, type of a thing. Gonna put these here for now. And how much was you? 752? Cool, we'll just combine you. Alright. It's time to turn on the machine. And marvel. Oh yeah, these got stuck. Let me just fix these. This is when I poured the gems in here, so nothing to be concerned about. Alright, so I guess the question is, what do we want to accomplish now? We could start getting into farming. We could build a house. We could start buying like all the other plots and doing like the automobile one. Like again, this is really just like we're set for the rest of our lives now. Like we're good. We don't have to worry about resources or anything else anymore. I guess I'm gonna check the durability on these. 84, 54, 89, 89. We're gonna repair this one and this one. And you know what? Let's take a moment and let's just make sure nothing moves. Like this is at this point this is all gonna stay, except for maybe the pipes. You know what? I'll probably undo the pipe stuff. Just because like removing a pipe is not as catastrophic as removing I guess it's all catastrophic, but it's still, you know, it's fine. Not gonna move that. That one technically we're gonna move soon. Probably these two, so I don't need to do those. I'll just do the top ones. I mean, yeah, at this point, I guess we could just play around with the logic smelters and see how those work. Wait, what just flashed? Swear to God, someone just flashed yellow over here. I think it was the pipe. Okay, there we go. Nothing's gonna move now. Can't accidentally pick stuff up. And let's take a trip to the old base. You know what? We're gonna walk. Nope, we're gonna need to bring stuff back. We're gonna use the truck. Second, I thought about that, and it was like, nope, never mind. Don't want to do that. Wonder if core stone is only accessible from tier 2 dirt. It probably is, but I'm gonna be hooking that into the same system, so you know, it's fine. I mean, unless you're doing it by hand, maybe, because I got that core stone when I was doing hand panning. I'm really glad I kept a hold on to it, because if I hadn't, man, that would have sucked. Hello, original base. It is time. I am gonna leave a few things. I'm gonna stack them in the cart. turn it all around. So I think I think I'll definitely make this maybe like a little fishing spot or something. Yeah, okay, it does. We'll leave that there. This will stick in here because we really don't need it. I will be right back. Alrighty, I am back. And it is time. We definitely won't need these anymore. We're gonna start going through and just unhooking everything. We're gonna take all of these with us, cause like, you know, they're still building materials and I'll be using them. Except for the torches. Torches are gonna stay here. And my original lantern. This part's so much fun, you know? Just a lot of fun. Just picking up blocks, putting them into the back of the truck. Oh yeah, I forgot I did that. It's a lot of blocks. don't think I need these, so we're gonna retire them to the wagon. We are surprisingly going to take the pipes with us, just in case we need them. But most likely what will happen is they'll end up just getting disassembled. Or scrapped or whatever. I really do appreciate you can put pipes inside of like flooring and stuff. It's very nice. I think I mentioned that before, but it's worth mentioning. Stuff like that some people just wouldn't think about. I don't think I need this anymore, so I'm gonna just plop it right here. We have one at home, so it's not like I need to bring it with me anyway. Oops. Oops. We are almost done. Hey, there's a pressure gauge on that one. That's funny. I vaguely remember when I put that there. I guess the next main thing we need to do is we need to make the auto repair system. Which shouldn't be too expensive or too crazy. Ugh. Like, yeah, you can fit it onto there, and if you don't have a lot of money, it's a fine thing to do, but oh man, does that make it annoying in my opinion. Like, I know why people don't do it now, it's because it's so hard to keep track of, like, things. You know what, we're gonna put the pipes in here. There we go. Those two pillars of dirt might as well stay there. I almost wonder... I'm so curious. I don't think that we'll be able to drive if this thing's in there, but, you know. Oh! You know, this actually will stack on this too. Moment of truth. Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen. I had to try it though, you know. It's a monument now. I don't know, I'll come back and get it later. What's this place called again? Goodbye, the Ember Cradle. Goodbye. We will meet again someday. We'll take the scenic route. Mostly because I want to look at how the stock market's doing. 108. That's pretty good. We'll wait until we got like a ridiculous amount of gold and make a just a sword or something and go and sell it before. And then probably we'll be set for money for the entire rest of the game. And we are home. There we go. Honestly, what I'll probably do is I'll take a couple of the more undesirable items and pop them over here to our little area, like that, for example. Like, I'm not going to use that right now, you know? These things are going to be the first things that are loaded up to get destroyed, I swear. God, they're annoying. Alright, we're going to take gold. Mix it in with gold. This is the first one we use for sorting. Because I'm sentimental, why not? Boom. You still get to sort, little buddy. I don't know. Cleaning this up really quick. Ah, yeah, let's put a teeny tiny energy shard on there. Just the tiniest shard we can think of. What's on here? Iron. That one would have probably been easier to do afterwards. But you know what? I think I did that pretty fast. Thing on you? No? About you? Nope. Cool. Should be all of those anyway. Yeah. I mean, surprisingly, we didn't end up with a lot of extra pieces, which I'm, again, it's surprisingly, you know. And I haven't even made or put on the booster units for the miners either, which I'm kind of interested in. So let's take a moment. I'm definitely gonna end stream here in a moment. But you know, everything where it is, we're gonna do. That's interesting. How did you guys get in there? Did you sneak through? You snuck through. Okay, before I do anything stupid. It's good to know that it won't mix and just ruin the entire batch. I honestly, I wasn't even thinking about this one. But we're going to take a moment and take a final tally of everything. So, no core stones. That's okay. There is another one. Any else? No. Okay. Up. That. Pour you out, and pour you out. Whoa. What was that? Oh my god. Figures. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Just because I need to make sure. Okay, we didn't have any accidents. And then these are all of the materials that we have been building up. Let's go one at a time and see what they are. This one's going to be probably pretty, like, the lowest, or one of the lowest, since I used it recently to refill the thing. Let me just go ahead and ban. Here we are. First one. That's a pretty good number. I'm not gonna lie. You know, that's respectable. Toss you back on there. Good job. All right, let's check out the core stone. No, not core stone. Cloudium. That is quite a bit of Cloudium, and I mean, like, that's a pretty number for sale as well. We'll be making Cloudium stuff before too long. Hell yeah. Next one is the iron. This one is going to probably be fucking massive. Just absolutely a massive number. Here we go. 5,928. Yep, that is massive. $71,000. That is crazy. Alrighty, stick the iron back on there. And gold. Our money maker. Let's see what this is and what it's worth. 1,785 or $35,000. Let's go. That's a good amount right there. And now into the gems. This is emerald, which I have not done anything with gems since like the first stream, you know? So these should be pretty big. I mean, we already saw, I think, what the emerald was earlier, so 367, it's an $8,000 emerald. Pretty nice. Pop you back in there. There. Alrighty, let's see about you. 203 for the sapphire. Alright, very nice. Pop that one back in there. Let's check out the ruby. Ruby was what we were getting the least of previously, not aside from onyx, so. 112, nice. Get $3,000 in value. And then the onyx. Here we go. We got 12 of them. Wow, that's a pretty big step. The fact that 12 are already worth 3,000, that's a good gem right there. All right, hell hey, we have now we have completed our conveyors, our contraptions. Everything is running well. We have an abundance of resources, and then that'll just continue to skyrocket. Get that all started back up, and Listen to the sweet sound of everything melting again. Also make sure that everything's the way it's supposed to be. Gold, iron, or not gold, calcium, iron, gold. Okay, cool. Alright. Well, that is going to do it for this episode, or stream, or whatever. Thanks guys for joining, and I'm glad that we have this part done. I'll definitely be doing some farming and some fishing, as well as just like building. I don't know when the next stream on this will be specifically. I don't know if I'm gonna do a lot more of this before Autonomica, or if I'll come back to this after, or what. But like, I'm pretty proud with I'm pretty proud of this accomplishment today. So, yeah. I will see you guys next time.